Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Narlow here. Say hello to everyone, Narlow. Good boy, when last we left off, we were in Nona's cave. We were talking to Corudan. We have been tasked with going and finding an Ent in the Belwood. That only an Ent, we have to find an old Ent, only an old Ent would have the authority to lead an attack upon Norzum. So, and in fact, to show you where we are, because remember we went and we saw Norzum. Norzum is quite the impressive looking creature, wasn't he? Big ice giant thing. Belwood, we've got to go to the Belwood and find an Ent. Perhaps an Ent or three could be found within it. You and I should go, only the authority. Asked Corudan if such an Ent would help. Said yes. I can mark a number of glades on the map and we can search them until we find one with an old enough Ent for our purposes. So, I am going to use that. The way I'm thinking is that gives me a reason to turn on the quest tracker for this particular quest here. So, we will head on out this way. Let's get back out into the upper area of Wildemore? Where we are? Wildemore? Pottermore? Where are we at? Let's get out of this cave and pop the map up and see where it says here. The Wildemore, yes, up here between the High Knolls and the Belwood. So as you see right now, there are no three or more glens on the Belwood. So what I'm thinking is that I will come in and I will turn on Quest Tracker, since he specifically says that he is going to mark areas on my map. So let's special effects, tooltips. It's not the one with the thing. It should be Quest Guide. Let's enable Quest Guide. Show it on the radar and on the map here, okay? So, we have got searching the Belwood. Alright, and it's going to be in that direction. So, hop down from here. Pull up our horse. Not sure which horse. Let's take, I guess, while we're in Rohan, let's take the war steed. And head on over this way. And we're going to go over here and search the Belwood. Assuming we don't fall off a cliff or something. Because, you know, we did that and got defeated last time doing this right here. Doing that right there. Whoa. Okay. Well, looks like we found the Belwood. And there's a frosted wood troll right down there as well. Okay. Tell you what, I am going to dismount. I am going to go into cover. And we will keep following along. Wow, what is that? What kind of a... Is that another wood troll? Something Reaver there. Icebound Reaver, yep. That is another troll, another wood troll. You see his root-like appendages there. So, we have found a very quick way to get into the Belwood. And a very painful way to get into the Belwood here. Let's hope we don't pull off another one like that again. I hope y'all been having a good one. I have enjoyed my last week. It's been almost a week. I think 6 days since the last time we did this. Been doing a lot of trucking, as y'all have seen. Working toward getting that little bee dangler from Utah. Working toward getting over to Salt Lake City. We should be able to reach there today. So I've been having fun with that. And just that as a whole. Oh, what is that? Twisted Bale Pines. Okay. So we've got the Huorns here. The twisted awakened trees. They're either Huorns, they're either awakened trees, or they are, you know, the Huorns, the Ents who have just about become trees themselves, and are angry and mad and hate all living things with axes and all. For some reason you don't hate the trolls though, do you? Apparently y'all feel a kinship toward them. But yeah, we've been having a good time other than being at work. And so this place is all blasted and frozen because there's one of those big ice spikes. We're getting into the ice spiky areas that are a sign of the extreme cold caused by Norzum here. A Belwood hewer, white hand. All right, we're getting orcs. The path of Norzum, Norzum's wrath. All right, so apparently. And we've got this area right here that is stretched out. Looks like this must be the path that Norzum took. Okay. Well, let's make a travelogue entry. We haven't done one of these in a while, so we'll go ahead and do one right now. Norzum's wrath. Norzum carved a path of terror through the Belwood, freezing the forest and paving the way for the White Hand invasion of Wildemore. Alright, so carved a path of terror through here, did he? Indeed he did. We're gonna see if we can kind of... Now we know why there are so many Orcs and various Orcs along this particular stretch anyway. This is how they came through why there are so many trees that are down. Look at all these trees smashed to either side of the road. Snapped off all the logs laying about. Looks like he just came straight through this area here, didn't he? Even the Orcs have got to warm up a little bit somewhere. Big ice things, these big ice spiky things, this where he took a pee against a tree or something? I mean, what happened there? He has definitely stirred up all the Huorns anyway, the baleful pine trees. Nice to see them using a new model too, baleful twisted bale pine. Now the fact that they're not using just the various twisted oaks and all these others, that the pine trees can get all twisted and messed up as well. Icebound Reaver. Alright, we got a horse that's somehow surviving out here. You must be quite a bit shaggier than you look. And we'll continue on down through here trying to find this glade they speak of. Alright, looks like we're finding a glade. The world is opening out before us. And there's one right there, Leaflock. Okay, and there is a wildwood lily. Discovered Leaflock's mead. Discovered Leaflock's mead. I have to finish reading that. A tall and craggy figure stands in the glade. You almost passed it by. Snores along, and look at that. Corudan. Yep, you beat me here, didn't ya? Ooh, what we got up there? Oh, that was just thought we had the moon kind of peeking through some days, but it was just a snowflake coming down at us. Wildwood lily. A brave flower blooming despite the determined cold. Is that gonna start up a quest? New deed, blooming in the snow. Okay, let's pull up that deed as well. That's the second deed we've gotten now. Blooming in the snow. Because the last one, the one we just got, was called the Path of Norzum. Okay, blooming in the snow. Even flowers and plants can be hardy enough to brave the fearsome snows. When you come across these fierce little blooms, you feel hope for the shivering people of Wildemore. Find the wildwood lily. You have discovered a fair wood lily blooming in snowy Wildemore. So we got to find 6 of these. 6 of the various wild thistle, wild foxglove, wild iris. Okay. So a number of those scattered about. Some Rittermark Skarn. Let's get a good look at this ant here. Leaflock. Looks kind of like Walter Matthau as he snores away. Alright, Corudan.
Look, what a wonder. See if you can get his attention.
Look, what a wonder. If I am not very much mistaken, this ant is even older than the Rudhir. Rudhir? Rudrif. See if you can get his attention, Narlow. Talk to the ant and ask him for help against Norzum. Wow. That's quite a big ring you have there. As the bell pines wander around in the area. You politely greet the ant and nothing happens for a long time. Eventually, a baleful eye slowly turns to look at you. You introduce yourself as Narlow and ask him for his name. More long minutes pass. Breathe the leaves in the canopy. You ask if he knows of Norzum the Giant, and the baleful eye ponderously swings closed. This may take longer than you expected. Talk to Corudan in Leaflock's mead. Leaflock has gone back to sleep.
It may take some work to wake him to our need.
We have found an incredibly old ant. This is the good. Corudan smiles grimly, ready for a challenge. It may take some work to wake him to our need. That is the bad.
Engage the Orcs in combat, and the din may waken our sleeping friend.
Book 10, Chapter 14, Waking Leaflock. I beheld many orcs cutting their way through Belwood while we searched for this place, Narlow. If you engage them in combat, perhaps the din will be sufficient to awaken our sleeping friend. And if not, well, there will be fewer orcs in Belwood. Is that not a worthy result? Indeed it is. Defeat the orcs in the Belwood and be noisy about it. 0 of 5. That we can do. Sure. Let's head back this way and see if we can find some up there along Norzum's path. In the meantime, let's also go back here to options. Let's turn Quest Tracker off. There we go, since he has marked the glades on our path and we found the various things on our path. You're not an orc. I can definitely vouch for the fact you are not an orc. So why are you attacking me? I had no intention to go against you. I was coming out here to get orcs, not trolls. Wild Troll Slayer of Wildemore. Why don't we do this so that we don't run into another troll or run into another, or take on the Twisted Pines, you know? Don't think I want to do any of those. What we do want to do is we want to sneak up behind this, find his weakness, distract him, and stab him in the butt. There we are. And that orc is going to be noisy about it too, I guarantee. Noisily defeated orcs in the Belwood. 1 of 5. Alright, let's see if we can find some more. And let's go into cover as well, so that whenever we do find them, they will be good and surprised by us. And stab them in the butt. What y'all gotta be woodcutters for? I mean, heck, Norzum knocked down enough trees, there ought to be plenty for everybody. Hell, Isengard itself ought to be able to have enough trees from this falling down here. Like that one right there, Isengard woodcutter. Oops. Forgot I wasn't in cover. Wasn't stealthily along here. Not that it matters. We're still knocking them down quick. Alright, that's 3 noisily defeated orcs. Let's see if we can wipe out 2 more. Shouldn't be too hard to find along this path here. Hardened Uruk. Would you count? Yes. You would count. Guess we stayed there just a little too long. He discovered who we are. Look at that hardened Uruk there. I must think you're so bad. You're a tough one. You're a lot tougher than the other orcs were. I'll give you that. Alright, yet another one. And we are leveling up these. Certainly leveling up these items like crazy, aren't we? I think you are the one we want. Can we take you on? I saw the little bee appear above your head, the little elven question mark. So let's back off a little bit so that we don't immediately give our path away. There we go, 5 of 5. Let's head on back and talk to Belwood. Talk to him again, to Leaflock. And does this give us to the his mead? Yes, it does. A meadow. Speaking of which, let's look on the map. All right, so it gives us a Leaflock's mead right there. It does give us a map, so we don't have any problem finding it in the future. And someone out there can definitely tell me, is it pronounced mead or med, like meadow? Is his med? I have to look it up. I'm assuming it's another like Old English or Middle English type of word. It's definitely archaic enough. I've never heard of it before. I've never heard of just a med or a mead. Is it maybe one of the foundations? Is it one of the roots for the word glade? Be interesting to find out. All right. Let's go back over here and talk to Leaflock. Let's see if you say anything about the amount of noise I made.
I heard the din of fighting from here.
You should see if that was enough to waken our sleeping friend. Indeed we shall, right after we have another sip of our delicious coffee. Boy, got kind of a mossy butt there. Leaflock stirs slightly, but remains otherwise asleep. Well, that didn't help any.
I am not ready to give up. Go back and make even more noise.
Alright, defeat orcs in the Belwood and be even noisier about it. Alright, folks, that's what I'll do. I'm going to go up here, kill orcs. I'm not going to sit through the next 5, but we're going to do the exact same thing. And I will see y'all whenever we've killed enough that we can come back. So I'll see y'all again in just a little bit here. We are getting really close to leveling up here. So I turned on. Let's say that wasn't too hard to find 5 orcs. In fact, I'm almost convinced that we might have found the exact same 5 orcs. I know the first couple were, but I think we have since moved on to another bunch. Man, we're not still in combat, are we? It does not look that way. So let's get on down and head back to his glade. Hopefully we will be far enough away from all this that when that riddle wears off, we'll be out of his range, because we're no longer in combat. I don't think that he would therefore come after us. I think we would have a combat thing, but it's been a while since I've just riddled something, fought a battle, and then left. It's almost always a situation where I'm in a spot where I have to kill whatever it was I riddled anyway. You know, in a cave or something like that. Okay. Back to the mead. Were we noisy enough this time? Tell me that you heard yet another loud din.
That was quite a lot of noise, my friend. Do any orcs remain?
Check on Leaflock and see if that was enough to wake him. A sighing sound escapes from somewhere within the cracks of Leaflock's weathered face, but you see no other sign of wakefulness. Talk to Corudan. You're going to just say, remains asleep.
This is proving more difficult than I expected.
Corudan thinks for a moment. Perhaps the danger and the noise is too far away to draw Leaflock's attention. Go to Norzum's Wrath and defeat some Orcs of the White Hand. Bring some of their equipment to Leaflock and see if that will stir him to wakefulness. So collect a White Hand helmet from an Orc in Belwood. Collect a White Hand blade from an Orc in the Belwood. Alright. We can do that. We will do this last one. Go right up there to the Wrath again. Kill us hopefully just 2 Orcs. And get their helmet and their blade back. And see if that will be enough to wake him up. And we'll see. That should also be enough to level us up. Probably, well, completing the quest should be enough to level us up. And then we can see if that wakes him up. If that doesn't wake him up, we will call this an episode here. If it does wake him up, we will call it an episode here when we find out what Leaflock has to say. Alright, let's come up here. I don't want you to be disappointed that I riddled killed your friend and riddled you, so I'm going to give you a chance to fight as well. How about that? Now, of course, we're stuck behind a damn log. Of course. Of course we are. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. You seem to have liked my last riddle so much. We're going to riddle you again. Maybe it's because it's the improved riddle. That might have had something to do with it, too. Let's see if we can get both of what we need off of y'all. Like these kind of blue-skinned orcs here from, I guess, all the cold weather that they're in. Alright, you. Let's find your weakness. Apparently riddles are your weakness. Let's come along behind you. Stab you in the butt. We have not gotten any sort of a helmet off of your buddy there. Or any other kind of item. Hoping, collect a White Hand helmet from an Orc, collect a White Hand blade. Alright, so. From an Orc. Oh, no wonder. Never mind. Well, we got 2 Orcs here. We killed them last time, so let's kill them again. Nope, don't want to taunt you. Having the taunt right next to that might not be such a good idea. Let's see if we can take you down. I've been using that far right one over there. I've forgotten that it kind of existed, you know? White Hand helmet. Let's see here. Wrong one. This one. The helmet is marked with the sign of the White Hand. Indeed it is. Let's cover up again. Let's distract you, find your weaknesses, and stab you in the butt. There we go. Let's do that one. Said I'd pretty much forgotten that far right one over there. What's the name of it? It is Gambler's Advantage. I'd forgotten that he'd even existed. Collected a white hand blade. Alright, we'll take a look at the blade as well. Probably says something about it. It's a blade belonging to an orc. Same kind of thing. Blade is marked with the sign of the white hand, just like the helmet was. Now, back to the glade one more time. Let's give him those items marked with the white hand. And see if that will finally wake our snoozing friend here. At this point, I'm just waiting around for the Yule Fest to start up. As always, it is my absolute favorite of the festivals. We've discussed that before. Love just putting a couple of characters on, putting one on follow, have 2 instances up, and just do the loop every day. Do that quest loop that just leads in a big old circle that I've showed y'all in the past. So much fun. Alright, Leaflock is still snoring along. You got anything to say about the weapons or the noise?
Show that equipment to Leaflock and see if it rouses him.
Alright, here we go. You look like you're in a different position this time. I think you were more standing rather than kind of kneeling this time.
Why do you wake Leaflock?
You hold up the blade and helmet bearing the mark of the white hand. For long moments it seems nothing will happen, until finally Leaflock's eye swings open and fixes upon the orc weapons. Why do you wake Leaflock? A deep rumbling within the ant goes on for some time, and you wonder if he's simply giving you his name in his own language. Whoa, that snapped him right up, didn't it? Hello, Mr. Leaflock. You are quite impressive, sir, when you get woke up there.
You use small names for big things, little one.
Waking Leaflock. You explain to Leaflock that Wildemore is held in the grip of an unnatural winter and is at the mercy of a giant called Norzum. The sighing of the wind through the branches is Leaflock's only response for many minutes. Then a rumbling sound slowly separates from the sound of the sleeping forest, and you realize he speaks again.
Small names for big things, little one.
Somewhere snow falls from an upper branch and lands with a soft sound into a drift.
Wildemore. It is not a name I know.
Lord, I thought speaking in Dwarvish was tough.
Orcs may hack and claw and burn a room for a time, but never for long.
You try to appeal to Leaflock's sense of duty and speak of the hardships endured by the people of Wildemore at the hands of the orcs and beneath Norzum's trampling feet.
Lives of orcs are short. They may hack and claw and burn for a time, but never for long.
Leaflock is silent as you gather your thoughts and try to devise another approach. Before you come up with something, the Ent unexpectedly speaks.
I do not know what beast is described, but the name is. What do you mean by this name?
Upper branches creak and groan as a slight breeze picks up, and the forest all around seems to be listening.
You said he was a giant. That is not just a giant.
You describe Norzum to the Ent as best as you are able, trying to remember his form and features as you saw them in the flying snow at Beard Torn. Leaflock shapes and quivers, becoming more animated than you've seen him. He says what he says. A mighty and branch-like arm angrily spears a nearby drift, sending an explosion of snow skyward.
It may have been a giant once. Now it's more than that. You describe an unnatural combination. It was a giant. It was also a human. Twisted. Corrupted.
Leaflock shakes angrily.
Leaflock will not allow this. Leaflock will deal with this. Someone must pay for this.
All right. I think we got his attention now.
An Ent can be truly frightening when he is roused.
Look at that, Narlow. An Ent can be truly frightening when he is roused. I do not know what Leaflock will do about Norzum, but this is far better than I had hoped we could achieve. I will meet you back at Nona's cave, Narlow. I want to speak to Leaflock for a short while, if I may. All right. That is where we are going to leave this. We have awakened Leaflock and giving Corudan someone to talk to. Someone that will make Corudan feel quite young if he's anything like Legolas. So, I am going to introduce Leaflock to the fine hobbit art of smoking. And we will see y'all again next time. Thanks for coming along with us. This ran a little bit long, but I really wanted to wake Leaflock up, mostly just so I could tear my throat up doing all his speech there. So I will see y'all next time. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.